It's your girl, Michelle D.I., Mrs. Divine Intervention herself. To all my helper bees out there, you know who you are. Those that are always helping everyone else and neglecting yourself. Yes, boo, look in the mirror. I'm talking to you. Here to let you know God has not forgotten about you. I've been sent on divine assignment. It's time for Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free. That means 30 minutes for your mind, your body, spirit, and emotions. And don't act like you don't have time. You have time for everyone and everything else. Sit back and relax because if you're here, that means this show is for you or it's for someone you know. But most likely, it's for both of y'all. Deep breaths, love. Let's go. Choosing Me Guilt Free. Reflection CMGF at YouTube. Y'all know your girl is always happy and just elated to be here. It is September the 29th, y'all. The month is gone. September the 29th, 2025. Your girl is here on the radio. Y'all know how I feel about it. Blessed and highly favored. Oh man, I had to take a minute at home and get myself together. I was reflecting this morning just over a beautiful spirit. I want to send all glory, honor, and praise to God for a beautiful spirit. His name is Mr. Leslie Prince. Passed away last week. His funeral was this weekend. We called him Mr. Dick. He was my grandfather when I was married into the family. But how many people know, even though you get a divorce, there are some people that have had such a lasting impact on your life. And I met Mr. Prince when I was 16 years old and married his grandson and his great grandson. Oh, am I saying that right? Hang on, let me get it right. I married his grandson. I said it right the first time. And from the first time that I met him, I remember him just being so loving and inviting and just such a warm and beautiful spirit. Um, Said he was 89 years old, I believe. But great grandfather to my child. And so just want to give thanks and pay homage again to Mr. Leslie Prince, a beautiful spirit. Also, just two more things. I want to give a shout out to Evangelist Shanita Irwin. This beautiful spirit is the pastor of Amazing Grace Trinity Fellowship. Her mother was the pastor, Shirley Thomas, passed away a few years ago and was the pastor. And you know how it's one of those situations where Nita had been, you know, had the calling on her life and had done a few sermons and probably more than a few, but you know what I mean, had been ministering already. And when her mom passed, she took over the church. And I'm sure we talked about that during a series that I did for Women's Month back in March. It is on the Reflections Choosing Me CMGF YouTube channel as well under the Lessons and Blessings tab for the Women's History Month. I talk to women that just inspire and empower me, and she definitely is one. But I wanted to give her a shout out because she celebrated September the 21st. She celebrated her 1 year anniversary, 1 year and 3 months, she said. And I just wanted to send her some love. I had not had the opportunity to get over there to see her and see the church family, but I want them to know and her to know that they are always and have always been in my prayers, and just so proud, so proud of her. She is a significant part of my healing journey. when her mom was still alive. They both teamed up and did a women's conference. It's called Stuck. It is Jenny Allen. It is um, a Bible conference for women and a healing modality. Jenny Allen, and it is now. It's my mind is going. It's either 6 weeks or 8 weeks, but nevertheless, that was the beginning of my healing journey of me realizing that there was some trauma in my past that I had in my buried in my subconscious mind. And so, just again, want to give them a shout out. Now, this last announcement I want to give, I told y'all the other week about your girl going down to where Greater Live Cold Church this coming Saturday, October the 4th. I told you I'd be back with the information. I got it for you, boo. I got it. It is Greater Live Cold Church. Outreach Ministries presents their breast cancer awareness. This is the fourth year that I've been involved. I want to say it's the fourth year altogether, but they may have been doing it before they invited me. I know that this will be my fourth time traveling down as one of their speakers. This is called the Multicultural Community Pink Outreach Program. Y'all know the pastor. I talk about him all the time. Pastor Reginald Caldwell and First Lady Erica Caldwell at Greater Life Cold Church. That is 17706 County Road 4307 in LaRue, Texas, 75770. It is again this coming Saturday, October the 7th. The time 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Y'all meet us down there. It is always a beautiful journey for any of you ladies. And I talk about this also on the self-love journey. We're going to be talking about mammograms next month, and for you fellas, the prostate cancer and testing things. But I have breast cancer on both sides of my family, and so I ran away from it. I ran away, honey. I was probably 27 or 28 when my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was 28. I was 28 actually, because now that I'm thinking about it, she just celebrated 20 years cancer free in August. And so but I ran from getting that mammogram. If you have a family history, you're supposed to start earlier than 40, than a recommended time. And so I had always heard so many bad things and the women complaining, honey, I wasn't signing up for it. I was not signing up for it. I said, no, I'm not going. I don't want to get that done. I heard it was painful. So I ran from it for a long time, but I finally went. And what did I realize, y'all? You know what? Is it uncomfortable? Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but it is not the worst thing. And the goal outweighs that little bit of time frame of discomfort, right? To find out, as early detection is always the key. And so come on down to Greater Life Cold Church down in LaRue, Texas. That is 17706 County Road 4307, LaRue, Texas, 75770. 75770. I say it every time. It's down there. Y'all know where the line used to be. It's right past there. Going down there. Come on down and get you some of that good healing water going on down there. All right. So, we started we've been doing our self-love journey, right? And we're doing this the rest of the year. What is the self-love journey for any of you who are just joining and listening today? It is a series that, I thought about all the time, the years that I've spent taking care of everyone else and neglecting myself. And then I thought, let me just take it a step closer, because I got to a point where, my feet have been swelling for years. My legs came up to my belly at one period of time. It was so much fluid on me. I'm too young for that. Too young, too cute, too young and too cute. Let me say it for the people in the back. Too young and too cute for that. So are you, honey. What are some things that you have been neglecting? And so as I teach and as I learn, my goal is always to get my Harriet Tubman on and give it back to you. So I am very passionate about being whole, healing in your mind, your body, your spirit, and your emotions because they all play a role together and we really don't realize it. So I talked about that Stuck conference being the very beginning of my healing journey. There were some things laying in my subconscious, and this is when I first realized it. So that's what we're talking about today. On today's episode, we're talking about the subconscious mind. And it is the subconscious mind who's really in control. Okay, let's break it down. Your subconscious mind is really like something that is running quietly in the background, but it is controlling your life. So I want you to imagine your mind being like an iceberg, and the conscious part, your thoughts, your decision plans, is the tiny tip that's above the water. But beneath the surface, there lies the subconscious, honey. How many of y'all seen the iceberg? We've all seen what's the movie? I can't even think about it, right? Titanic. We've all seen the Titanic. I'm like, what's the name of it? That little iceberg at the top, but it's huge down the bottom, right? So you have this huge, hidden, powerful being that holds all your memories. It holds your habits. It holds your emotional responses. It even holds your identity, family. It is the epitome of being on autopilot, right? It just runs, it's playing, and it has you on autopilot unless you become conscious of what is happening. Why are you making the decisions you're doing? We talked about this, right? And who are you? How are you showing up in the world? Are you just on autopilot? Because that's what we do, right? We go to church on Sunday. You know what to do. You get up, you get dressed, you brush your teeth, wash your face, go eat your breakfast, you know, go walk, do the dog, whatever you do, right? Go to work, punch in. Hey girl, how you doing? Hey man, how you? Yeah, yeah. Clock in, right? We're on autopilot. Go visit your friends, go visit your family, go talk on the phone, go do this. It's all just running autopilot. And then you get up, do it again the next day. So you're running scripts you don't even know were installed. You don't consciously think about brushing your teeth. This is an example, do you? Do you have to tell yourself to go brush your teeth? No, your subconscious handles that. But it also handles how you react to conflict, to love, to rejection, to fear. And this is all based on old experiences. So I wanted to talk about this of when and how does it control your day to day. Let's break it down with a little bit of time that we have. And let me just put a penny in this and say, y'all know I always say we have 30 minutes here, but that is the reason for the podcast. So you get the little beginning here in the intro, and then we'll go into some detail about when we get into the podcast. Okay. So scientists say about 95% of your daily behaviors. Did you say 95? I said 95. Did you hear me say 95? I said 95% of your daily behavior comes from your subconscious mind. Take a minute, take that in. That means most of your reactions, your choices, even your beliefs about yourself are on repeat mode. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. This is so important. I said that means most of your reactions, your choices, even your beliefs about yourself are on repeat mode. The subconscious is shaped mostly between ages from birth to 7 years old. We are like a sponge. We're just soaking up, absorbing all of the things, what people have said about you, how you saw love modeled. What did you see? Did you even see it? Right? And even the tone of your environment. As an adult, unless you bring those hidden patterns to light, They keep running your life without you realizing it. I've shared this a few times. The first time I went to therapy, and as an adult, and the lady was asking me, had I been through any trauma? And I told her no. And she kept asking me, because I guess from what I had, my behavior and what I was saying before. And she said, she asked me over and over again. And when I finally talked about the things that I had been through, she said, honey, that's trauma. But because of how I grew up, because of what I thought it was that. I know plenty of people have gone through this. That's really not a big deal. I didn't see it as a big deal. And we don't see the things that we've gone through as a big deal, because it's just what in our day to day. That's what we grew up seeing. Mama, auntie, grandpa, whoever, that's what we've seen, right? Our uncle, our father, that's what we've seen. It's normal, right? It's normal for me to go and, eat something when I'm a little stressed out. I've seen people eat things when they're stressed out all my whole life. That's what we do. That's one of the things how we show love is that we eat. Right? That's normal. I've seen people drinking after they done had a long day. Is that a big deal? That ain't really a big deal. That's what we do. We drink. I've seen people smoking after we've had something going on. Oh, I need to calm my nerves. Let me get a cigarette. Oh my goodness, let me go smoke this a little shum. That's what we do. It's normal. That's what everybody doing, right? We're on autopilot. Where did you get that from? Who did you see do it? Who did you see go gambling? Who did you see? Right? Who did you see? So these are the top 5 emotions that secretly control you. These emotions often live in the subconscious and quietly dictate how you show up. Fear is number one, honey. Please know, again, Reflections CMGF, that is Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free. It is under the Demonic Entity series. Fear. I break down the 4 types of fear that control your life: fear of failure, fear of rejection, or not being enough can keep you from pursuing opportunities. That is an opportunity, whether it's an opportunity in a relationship with someone that you love, someone that you want to love, someone that might have a crush on. All of that, right? Might be fear of rejection from a job. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I never could do that. Could be fear of you trying something new. Oh, nobody in my family has ever done that. Everybody in my family are nurses. How I'm gonna start a podcast. How I'm gonna do this. How I'm gonna do that. Right? Anger is number 2. Old wounds with unmet needs, or betrayal can make you defensive, impatient, or guarded. I'm talking about the top 5 emotions that secretly control you. How many times have you been in a situation where everything has been fine? You see somebody that might have done something to you, and then all of a sudden your whole spirit shifts, right? Everything else, you're fine. Out of acts of anger, this anger gets our boys into trouble all of the time, right? Making rash decisions. All of a sudden, you become irrational because anger is controlling your life. Again, your girl has a podcast episode on this under the Demonic Entity series, because that's how strongly I felt about it, especially after I started working with men and would see how they were talking to the women in their lives. How 1 second they would be this way, and then all of a sudden a PTSD response would happen, and that trapped anger and emotion would take over and control everything after that. Then there's nasty words being said to this woman that you supposedly love, right? Again, old wounds and unmet needs. Number 3 is shame, a deep belief that you are unworthy or bad can make you hide or self-sabotage. Guilt is right there. Shame and guilt. I call them the demonic twins. Shame and guilt. Guilt is living in the past, replaying mistakes that you've made, that can stop you from embracing new opportunities and new chances. Shame and guilt. The last one is sadness and grief. Grief can hold you hostage for years. Holding on to unresolved losses can make you feel stuck, numb, or hopeless. That is one of the reasons why I do this today. Spiraling out of control after my big mama and my stepfather passed away in 2015. It took me years to even realize what was happening, that I was even spiraling into depression, spiraling into grief, spiraling into panic attacks, spiraling into this anxiety. I mean, it was darkness. I had no idea what was happening. Then I just started not to recognize myself. And so these things are living in your subconscious. And I had all of these, right? Once you go back and you look, that is why this self reflection, this look inside of yourself is so important. It is not about what anybody else sees in you. It is, what do you see in yourself? What is happening in your behaviors? What things are you doing? What choices are you making that you don't like? Not to hold yourself hostage, right, to the shame and guilt of it all, but to recognize it. Okay, this is a behavior that I don't like. I don't like when, my daughter says something to me and I'm snappy. And I know at this point now that it doesn't have anything to do with her. I didn't know that with the 30-year-old, but with the 16-year-old, I know that. So now I can have a conversation with her. Now I can go back and apologize, right? This weighs deep. The effects of this thing, the ripple effect, for you to just take a moment, get out of ego, get out of pride, get out of, the shame and the guilt of it all. Loose from the anger, loose from the fear, right? Loose yourself from the grief. The key is that these emotions may not come like today, right? You're like, oh no, I'm not dealing with that today. But they come and they go. So you may feel this way tomorrow, and you might have felt this way yesterday. So understand that what's living in the subconscious mind is going to come and go, and it will show itself up at any given time. How do we take back control in these last few minutes? It is awareness, right? The first step is just noticing. We talk about journaling a lot. We're going to get into mirror work on this series and what it is and how to do it. Journaling, mirror work, and asking, what do I really feel right now? Helps to bring the subconscious into the conscious. Reprogramming your mind is huge. Replacing all of that old stuff that's replaying in the background with some new things. Affirmations, visualization, prayer, and therapy literally can rewire your brain. Healing practices, very specifically, you want to do some somatic work. SOMATIC, somatic, like deep breathing, movement, tapping. That helps to release trapped emotions out of your body. We're going to be talking about trapped emotions this series. The last is scripture and meditation. Renewing your mind with God's word transforms the subconscious. Don't you know? Yes. Our scripture is 12:2. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Well, that is it, family. That is the subconscious mind this week. Join me on Reflections Choosing Me, Guilt Free, the podcast episode for more. Well, family, this has been another divine intervention. Thank you for tuning in to Reflections, Choosing Me Guilt Free with your girl, Miss Michelle D.I. Every week, we will have the uncomfortable but necessary conversations as it relates to your mind, your body, your spirit, and emotions. You suffered long enough. It's time to break free. So join me every Monday at 1 p.m. right here on KGLD Radio, where you can fill your spirit with gospel all day long. See you next week. Well, family, this has been another